What's going on, guys? Go and check out this video for more Pegasus that y'all sent me. And I think it's about Hasan. Hasan is a actual locale. Like every day he does something where we could just roast him and cook him. Let's check out this video, man.
Welcome back to a series so consistent, we've crossed episode 200 in today's video. Hasan is melting down over Asmongold again after one of his chatters decided to rage bait him. The chatter points out Hasan only hates Asmon because he's better than him at his job, and he starts losing it.
Awesome.
He refuses to ban them and continues arguing back and forth.
Yeah, Hasan gives people material. Like, I started covering him more on my main channel too, because he gives you so much material to cover. I was like, why not? Why not turn it into entertainment?
Fourth, saying the average person in the real world prefers him to Asmon? Delusional. He then starts pulling up multiple chatters, getting chain triggered, claiming that these people are in an echo chamber. Look who's talking. Hasan has responded to the tragic shooting in Australia by instantly saying America bad? He then starts playing victim, saying people are trying to clip him because of the tragedy. Hasan most affected, of course. He's once again using Israel as his get out of jail free card. Asmongold has responded.
That's his go-to. That is his go-to. Asmon about to rip him to shreds too. Y'all know I rock with Asmongold.
Calling him out. He claims the real reason Hasan is scared is because these situations might be tied back to his community. Ethan has jumped in to cook Hasan along with Sneeko. Frogan is apparently still stealing content after being sued for copyright. She has responded to the claims that she's not broke after people caught her $100 nails. Pokimane continues her midlife crisis, posting absolute gooner bait, talking about other people cleaning her in the shower. Subscribe or you gotta bench press Frogan. You're gone.
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin. Right, so
You know damn well bench pressing some Frogan is impossible. I'm strong as hell. I don't think I got bench press Frogan. I was gonna get back into weightlifting too. I've been contemplating it, but I don't want to get like swole. I want to be like lean. I want some lean muscle. I need to hit up my homie. Hit up my homeboy, man. I'd be training. See what's going down. I told you if I was going to do a boxing match, that's who I would hit up.
three things are guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and Hasan molding over Asmongold. So here, a chatter brings him up, and Hasan once again loses it. Hasan goes at it with Asmongold.
I love water, bro. I love water, bro. Damn, this shit tastes so good. Man, if you don't have a filter, you don't know what you missing, bro. This shit has not only saved me money on buying a bunch of water bottles and whatnot, which is something that Frogan should probably look into saving money, but it tastes so good.
Chatter. Now he isn't even beefing with the creator, he's beefing with the chatters. You hate that he's better than you, Lamau. So first it starts with the Hasan chatter. Does Asmon, being your top political streamer competition, ever make you wonder if there are some inherent limitations to Twitch political commentary?
Some inherent limitations to Twitch political commentary? I think it makes me wonder about the inherent limitations of the average American's IQ more than inherent limitations to the platform's allowance on.
Shut your stupid ass up. Like, and if you saying that, it sounds like you talking about yourself. Like, aren't you one of the biggest streamers on Twitch? Aren't they pushing the hell out of you? So I don't think there's any limitations, right? Especially not for the left. Y'all get pushed like crazy, not just on Twitch, but especially on Twitch. And especially if you are a female who does streams and doesn't do anything. This nigga Dan Clancy will give you an award down there. He'll show up to your stream, nigga. He'll collab with you.
Well, not even average American. He has mostly a European audience, right? The average Westerner, mega cope for usual. Yeah, you talk. Look.
Okay, before we read that, we gotta address the bullshit. He's talking about the average American's IQ. I mean, what about the average Hasan viewer's IQ? Fucking reaching negative numbers here, dude. How is that even possible? I mean, they gotta make like a Veritasium video about that one on how a human being and his audience actually broke the laws of physics, right? They destroyed the stupid barrier to reach a new level previously unthought of. They thought it was impossible. They thought it's violating mathematics, but apparently Hasan and his goon squad managed to do it. Congratulations, Hasan. You get the Guinness World Record for that one. Also, I don't really know what he was yapping about there. I'm pretty sure Asmon's biggest audience is in fact Americans. Yes, he does have European viewers as well, but usually when you're doing commentary about America, creators in America, drama about America, and there's Twitch streamers and YouTubers involved, your audience is likely from that place too. My audience is obviously majority American as well, and so is every other commentary slop drama Twitch channel that is.
I wonder where More Pegasus is from. Right. I wonder, is he's from America too? Or Canada? It seems like a lot of people will be from Canada.
Is streaming to an American audience. It's different if you speak another language, of course, or you're catering to a specific audience, but I don't know why he's even like made this argument. Anyways, here's the chatter that rage baited him. Somebody said, oh, you and Asmon.
Kelds? I think that's how you pronounce your name. I have no idea. Yeah, it don't matter. He's just making good ass content regardless. Let me boost his quality. That shit still look fuzzy.
Asmon viewer, they respond, I don't watch a lot of streamers, but that response is to be expected. You fools associate everything with someone's identity, yet contradict that by claiming that you're all for equality and shit. You hate that he's better than you, Lamau. He's rotting your brain worse than his teeth. Stop letting him control your brain. Genuinely sound advice here, telling Hasan to stop baby raging over Asmon.
Look, I love Asmongold fans coming in here to try to big brain debate. Asmongold consistently signaling that he loves and supports every fucking right-wing reactionary, and then turning around and being like, actually, you don't have a high enough IQ.
What's up, 49? How you doing? Shout out to people on Twitch.
You to understand Asmongold is actually doing this debate, you guys. You hate that he's better than you, Lemafayao, brother. That's a self-report more than anything else that you could have possibly said. Please go up to any normal person in the real world and present both of us in any commentary, shape, or form, and admit to people in the real world, maybe your family members, that one is better than the other. Okay? Do the bus driver test. Just watch the way people react. He's rotting your brain worse than his teeth. Stop letting him control your brain. Falling for the bait, dumbass. You're
thinking my family don't know you. Only person in my family that know you is my older brother, and he think you trash. That's facts.
Actually, so slow. You talk about and watch Asmon so much your viewers may as well tune into his streams. Then you'll drop to number 7 top streamer. Megacope for usual. I sound a lot like you, don't I? That's me. I'll take my ban now. Why would I ban you? I'm entertained by people like yourself tuning into this broadcast.
Ah, yes, of course. Why would I ban you? I actually love being rage baited on stream and being completely humiliated on a daily basis. I love it. I love it. It's my
I don't got no problem with banning. Well, Hasan be banning people for no reason.
Part-time passion now. I love how this is the new strategy, right? All you need to do for Hasan to not ban you is to tell him to ban you, right? It's literally reverse psychology that works on a toddler, right? Oh, don't go outside, and then they go outside, right? I've come to realize that Hasan is literally an immature fucking man-child, and he's literally that stubborn, right? Instead of actually doing what's good for him here and, you know, just banning that chatter because, you know, he's trolling him about Asmongold or whatever, and, you know, sort of disrupting his stream when he's trying to do educational politics here. I feel like he decided not to ban them because he didn't want to lose the argument, right? Because if they tell him to ban him and he bans them, that means he like figuratively lost or something. He's so pathetic. He's so petty. He's being like complete rando. It's like, it's not even Asmon that is a hotel in his head. It's Asmon's chatters, potentially not a chatter. You don't even know. Like, anybody who mentions the name Asmon lives rent-free in his head.
I hate all of you!
Also, by the way, Hasan goes, oh, just present both of us to people in the public or the average person in the real world and see how that goes. Yeah, newsflash, Hasan, everybody fucking hates you. If you exit your LA Hollywood streamer circle, and obviously your paid propaganda trips do not count, you would realize that the average person does not agree with your rampant terrorist glazing. In fact, it's actually quite off-putting. It's quite psychotic, actually. And considering the recent tragedy and shooting in Australia, which we'll look at your reaction as well, it's getting even more scary now. And people are generally just sick of your type of politics, where you can't really win with the merits of your argument, right? Because you're fucking stupid. So you try to smear and discredit, and you fight dirty to the point where it leads to real world consequences, calling people valid military targets or whatever. The thing about Asmon is that you can disagree with his takes and stuff like that, but at least in general, he's a reasonable, likable guy, unlike the hyper emotional man baby train wreck that we are watching here. So then he just tries making fun of the chatter.
You literally unironically flexed your favorite streamer's rotting teeth. I don't think you understand. You are a creature of the internet. Okay? Your existence defies, like, I'm not going to make a naturalistic argument in usual circumstances, but your existence defies the nature of man. Okay? In the absence of the internet, a creature such as yourself would not exist. Also, yeah, Roachman does ban more than I do. Holy, here come threats from your community. I know. Perceived victimhood. You're the biggest victim. Everyone is yelling at you. Everyone is out to get you. I know. You're right. Most people are saying you're a new pet. Part of that is because you think being banned from this community is a big flex or something. You know what I mean? Do you want me to PM my whispers now? Oh no, are people saying mean things to you in your whispers, dude? Oh man, I'm so sorry.
I don't even check.
Chat, don't do that.
Oh my God, man. I've said this before. I feel like Hasan legitimately solely exists to give my channel content. There's just no way he's a real person, and he keeps getting rage baited like this. These aren't even creators. Apparently anybody can just stun lock his entire stream, hijack his entire broadcast or whatever, and all they have to do is bring up Asmongold. If this was a game of Monopoly...
So what is this commentary? You're talking about Hasan's punk self.
Asmon has 4 fucking hotels in your head, dude. It's actually crazy. Also, what the heck was he yapping about? Your existence defies the nature of man. You would not exist. Okay, Socrates, maybe explain that one a little bit, or are you just trying to sound educated and...
Don't you ever compare Hasan to Socrates, nigga. That sounds nuts. Hasan would never be on that level.
And school people based on like big words or whatever, like, oh, I have a communication degree, guys. Nobody fucking cares. Also, side note, he didn't really flex his rotting teeth. He just pointed out that you're losing to that guy, and that makes it even more embarrassing. By the way, Hasan saying anybody is acting like a victim. Have you seen yourself? Have you looked in a mirror, pal? Some guy took a meme to you and asked you for a picture. You compared it to getting confronted with a gun.
Yeah, based. Next time you should have a gun. Yeah.
You literally started talking about Asmon's address and how anybody can look it up, signaling to your rabid, insane, psychopathic community to go look up his address and find him. You are literally the ultimate victim.
What if it happens to you? Content creators know that other content creators' addresses are fairly easy to find online, whether it be my address or whether it be Asmongold's address.
Then he starts getting chain triggered. He pulls up...
What is wrong with this guy? Yeah, nah, we gotta throw a nasty song on for that. That's crazy.
Yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
Multiple chatters at the same time. Ah, truly tragic.
Literal death threats. Lamau, get a grip. Did I offer you a death threat? No. Also, it's ironic because every single day there's another Asmongold viewer in here openly stupid enough to say the literal death threat out loud as opposed to a private whisper. But I think you can also go and report those people that are sending you death threats if you are that scared. I'm just better than you is a hell of an argument. It's not one that I normally deploy, but I think in this circumstance, it's one of those instances where you can just kind of let what you're seeing on screen do the talking for you. It's objective reality, I think. I'm so popular in here. I'm glad that this community has made you hold on to life for longer. That sweet grip on life. Why is it that in so many of these circumstances, all of this devolves into, I just pissed and shit in my pants, but I forced you to smell it, and therefore I'm the one who won? Why is that always your...
What the hell is going on with that Santa in the background, nigga? That shit look creepy as hell. That look creepier than the mother ever, bro.
First argument.
Oh my god. He wants to ban him so bad, but he simply can't because he said he wouldn't. He said he's too stubborn. This guy pretty much now has free reign to troll Hasan as much as he wants, and Hasan can't even ban him because he wants to stick by his word or whatever, which is like a
Stop
stupid thing he
reading it.
imposed on himself because he's a stubborn crybaby man-child and didn't want to lose like an internet argument against a random nobody. Also, very classy Hasan. He made a
Stop
unalive joke there. Basically, if you didn't get it, he was saying Asmon's chatters are close to necking themselves, right? Because they watch Asmon apparently, and they're only holding on by watching Hasan streams and trolling him, which is, I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
that is
Definitely they
disgusting.
are the miserable ones, and they're definitely not just trolling the absolute miserable 35-year-old man-child here, melting down on a daily basis consistently for over 200 days is diabolical, right? So then he tells the chatter to escape the echo chamber.
And neither of these streamers leave their house. Nothing is happening. Yes, you're right. I famously never leave my
What?
house. That's why I was in New York for Zoran's
I thought that was
Electric Victory
Hasan
Party.
saying- I thought Hasan was saying that about some. I was about to say, huh? Yeah, Hasan, you sound crazy, bro.
Then Washington, D.C., then back to LA, then to 5 different cities and 5 different provinces in mainland China, then back to LA again, then also back to Ireland for the week. Again, denial of objective reality in front of you may actually help in your little hug box that you've cultivated with like-minded friends, but it's not
Hug
going
box
to
is crazy.
it's not going to work in building a broader movement or a coalition, maybe on the internet.
Okay, Hasan, for the last time, you going on your freaking vacation travel trips to do propaganda does not count, despite you trying to prove that, oh,
That's
you're not terminally online, you're out and about. The thing is, you physically travel, but you never mentally travel or explore different perspectives. You're still considered terminally
That's
online, and going for a little China trip to do your unlimited glazing is not going to excuse that, because the fact remains, you still crash out on stream 10 hours a day like a miserable lunatic, and everybody can see that. I mean, Hasan himself said that going to China was his dream vacation. He really wanted to enjoy it. And what happened when he went there? He encountered Asmon and XQC fans and started crashing out. He started losing his mind. He's talking about Ireland. What were you
funny.
doing in Ireland? You got confronted by the meme guy and started losing your mind again. Everywhere you're crashing out. You have not
Yo, nah, that was funny as hell, bro. Oh, that was funny. Hasan is I'm telling you, man, he is a low-cal.
totally changed it all.
Professional.
You are still considered a terminally online reject.
This nigga
Also,
is-
when people tell you to touch grass,
He's like, what's this called? Wings of Redemption? This nigga's like Boogie.
we're talking about being like a real person and not this Hollywood persona, and conversing with your older multimillionaire streamers. We're talking about conversing with regular average people, you know, being grounded, not being in an echo chamber, and actually listening to them and not claiming to fight for them, fight for the working class while completely ignoring them and buying a fucking Gucci bag. People responded with the classic meme Asmon and Hasan's had. Hasan still cannot get over the fact that Asmon was more well known in China than him. I heard that Asmon is going to start posting on Bilibili, and that is truly going to break Hasan's brain. Asmon took a month off because of personal issues and still had far more hours watched and more money made. YouTube plus Twitch plus Kick. So yes, he's objectively better. You went to Ireland, and even across the ocean, people make fun of you. Asmon is the normal person. He just doesn't get it. Normal people don't identify with the guy who buys $1,000 shirts and blows $30K on horse betting in China. They identify with the guy who lives in a regular house and just wants to play video games and laugh at tards.
Facts. That is blatant facts. Asmongold is more relatable. That's somebody that I understand way more. Because I'm not a champagne socialist.
I'm in the real world and a normal person. Asmon is objectively better. Other than total dog zap. Okay, we cannot compete with Hasan in that metric. He wins. Moving on to the shooting in Australia. Now, recap, there was an anti-Semitic attack on Jews living in Australia because of the rising tensions and escalating political rhetoric by certain people, of course. Anyways, Hasan hand-waved this by saying it's Israel's fault, like he always does, refusing to acknowledge even a sliver of fault.
The danger that Jews face in the Western world would diminish if Israel didn't fucking exist in the ways that it does. If Israel was not a fucking apartheid state, then none of this shit would happen.
Right, so Hasan has responded to the shooting, and this is his 10th attempt to get it right when a tragedy happens. Maybe something different
Crazy.
than implying that Charlie Kirk deserved it, for example, or lying about the events entirely in a bunch of other cases. Can he say something that's actually reasonable and doesn't make him come off like a dickhead? Well, he instantly starts the Hasan playbook, and he first shames America.
It's a very American style incident that took place this time in Australia. So there's nothing to say. It's just a insane act of ultra violence that we are much more familiar with here in the United States of America. I guess as things are getting worse all over the planet, now Australians are experiencing it as well. Like the Australian cops with the limited training that they supposedly had still did a better job than American cops do in situations like this. And they're still talking shit. Americans are still talking shit.
That's step one right there. The go-to for Hasan. Instantly go, America bad. Just never fails with his audience. It's like the perfect way to start it off. Incident in Australia on the other side of the world. Well, America bad. Gotta bring that up, you know? The SEALs will definitely clap for that one. American cops, am I right, guys? Easy layup. Moving on to step 2, playing victim. Jews targeted in Australia. Hasan most affected.
There is no place for this hate, violence and terrorism in our nation. Let me be clear, we will eradicate it.
But Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu criticised the Australian.
Come on, say something stupid. That's pretty cool, man. That's cool. You see a insane act of violence, you know, children being shot at, and your first goal is to let me go check in with the Hasanabi broadcast so I can clip him saying something and post it. Lol snipped me. Incredible stuff, brother. You certainly are a good guy. Okay, you are certainly a good guy. This is the good guy. This is what good guys do. Oh, 16 people died. Let me go see if I can get Hasan to say something so that I can clip it out of context and cancel him.
Right, so at first you might think, oh, that's the chatter's fault, right? He's trying to bait him, blah, blah, blah. But if you're streaming, you're always, literally always going to have messages like this and people trying to piss you off. It is your choice as the streamer to bring up that chatter in front of everybody and cry about it in a situation like this. And he purposely does this because he wants...
Oh, that's why, like, if somebody say something stupid, I might turn it into entertainment or, like, roast it. But I'm not going to put their names on the screen and all that extra shit. I'm not doing that. For what?
To make it about himself. Every situation is about Hasan, the absolute narcissist. His goal is to play victim. Oh, the tragedy happened. Well, the attention is off me now, so let me redirect it back to me. Oh my God, people are coming after me now. Look, they're trying to get a clip, guys. Look at this random chatter going after me. I mean, dude, you're streaming to a bunch of people. Of course, somebody's going to rage bait you. You don't have to highlight their comment. Then we go to step 3 of the Hasan playbook. Blame Israel. When all else fails, just blame Israel, right? Even if the situation is you stubbing your toe on the door or shocking your dog, just blame Israel. It works every time.
To stop the spread of anti-Semitism in Australia, you did nothing.
Also, once again, no matter what happens around the world, you can always count on Israel and defenders of Israel to instantly turn around and talk about that's immediately in the interest of
Facts, Biggs. Bang gang all day. Every day. Twice on Tuesdays.
Like Israel's foreign policy, Israel's domestic policies. Like the bodies haven't even been collected yet.
Yeah, funny how he talks about how, the bodies haven't even been collected yet. The bodies aren't cold yet. And they're already jumping on it. I mean, kind of like how you jump on any tragedy instantly to get your views, to get more views on your stream, to push your agenda. I mean, look who's talking, man. And yes, for the 5 millionth time, we get it. Israel bad. Now, what about the terrorist attack? How about you talk about the trend of rising anti-Semitism and the role creators like you play in it? Don't you think that you should not be conflating Jews and Zionists and not be calling everybody neo-Nazis and inbred and shit like that and essentially bolstering this anti-Semitic behavior?
You shouldn't even let someone be the fucking local dog catcher as if they've ever exhibited any sort of positive feelings about the state of Israel. When more and more liberal Israelis, who are themselves most likely bloodthirsty as well, okay, in terms of
That's
like how
intense.
Israel has dealt with Gaza or whatever.
It's intense as hell, bro. Now, you ain't gonna see me caping too crazy for certain subjects, but that's pretty damn intense. That's pretty damn intense.
You are left with a country that is packed to the fucking gills with the most inbred, uneducated, ultra-nationalist, rabid, Haredi population.
Step 4 of the Hasan playbook: blame other people for exactly what you do. In other words, projection.
Any instance of harrowing ultra-violence, anti-Semitic violence, whatever, to their advantage in this moment, to be like, well, this is exactly because they're giving aid to Gaza. But they never actually think about the enmity that has grown towards not just Israel, but also Jewish people as a whole, directly as a consequence of Israel being tied falsely to Judaism over and over again, putting Jews in the West in the crosshairs as a direct consequence of Benjamin Netanyahu, and not just Benjamin Netanyahu, but the entire Israeli government and the Zionist project, tying Judaism to Israel openly and deliberately, dangerously.
There's no way. There's just no way he's serious. He's talking about putting Jews in the West in the crosshairs. Interesting, Hasan. I wonder who's doing that. I wonder who's out there openly supporting terrorists and stuff, and whose community is openly supporting terrorists who kill a bunch of Jews in the West. I wonder who's doing that. This guy's actually fucking deluded. Like, he's legitimately just the biggest projector I've ever seen every single time. The guy who routinely advocates violence against his enemies is shocked that violence is happening against.
No, he's just plain stupid. I think it's the term playing coy. That might be the term. He acting like he's not asking for that type of stuff to happen. Yeah, he's playing coy. Like, what? I don't know how this can happen. Little old me. I'm telling all these crazy people to commit acts of violence. Why, I'd never. And then, like, he's about to pass out. That's what he's doing.
His enemies. By the way, I think it's time to use Hasan's own rhetoric against him. This guy's unironically acting like Israel. I mean, that's what he said about Ethan, right? He's like, oh, Ethan is acting like Israel because he decided to sue Casey Tron for violating copyright, as if that's fucking anything related to Israel. But this guy unironically acting like Israel, bro. And he's probably going to crash out after hearing that, because that's probably like the most bottom tier incel. Like, I could call him a PDF file, he wouldn't care. Call him Israel, holy shit, he's gonna lose his mind. Also, another point that not many people have brought up is that Hasan has never called out Twitch explicitly for, fostering this anti-Semitic environment. We had that Mike from PA guy, doing the comparison that I can't even put because it flagged my video anytime I mentioned it. But yeah, and he got banned for a week, which is completely ridiculous. He should be perma-banned for that. And Hasan has no problem with that. Hasan is totally happy with this behavior being unpunished, right? Then we have step 5 of the Hasan Piker tragedy response playbook, right? Usually it's, we don't even know what happened here, guys. We don't know the intentions. For example, the Charlie Kirk shooter, probably MAGA and a far-right person, ignore all the evidence. That's probably the case. We don't know the intentions.
I basically said, look, it's too soon to tell the ideological background, but it's like very obvious that he has like a right-wing family, Mormon family, all this stuff. Some family members are connected to the military. Early on, they thought his dad was like law enforcement, and they found out that wasn't the case. That's whatever. But like, he clearly was a white kid from like a real ass American Utah family, right?
Random shooting terrorist attack. I'm not saying it's a false flag, but this would be the perfect false flag. I'm not saying that though.
I don't think it's a false flag or anything, but it's so perfectly designed for the government to utilize in an effort to stop people from saying like, Israel, please stop murdering children. Like it is so perfectly designed.
Like Omega scumbag, and people actually called him out on this so much that the first time ever, it is like legitimately so obvious that he.
Oh, I was about to say. He's about to apologize for the first
essentially
time.
has to admit it's an anti-Semitic attack. Don't be fooled and think that, oh, he's actually changing or anything like that. He 100% has to, because it would look so ridiculous if he didn't. But anyways, this is how he talked about it.
We don't know the full motives of the suspects yet, but they did very clearly target a Hanukkah event that was being put together by the Chabad, and it's very obvious that it was a Hanukkah festival that they were shooting. So that is the reason why people are saying that it's anti-Semitic. It most likely is. Like, while there is no complete confirmation, it's understandable for people to assume that, you know? If you go into a black church and shoot up a black church, even before you figure out what the motives of the shooter is, you can probably assume that this is like a white supremacist.
Right. So that was at least decent, saying, yes, it's definitely an anti-Semitic attack that we already 100% know, but Hasan will still be like, we don't know the full motives. Keep in mind, he started that out going, we don't know the full motives, right? So I don't know. Also, I love how he instantly has to bring up some random comparison to white supremacists or something like that. And I'll tell you why he does this, right? In case you don't understand. He just has to make sure he slots in some points for his audience, right? So basically, he was talking about Jews being victims, and his audience, which is extremely anti-Semitic, does not like that. So he has to toss in a couple treats for his dogs there and go, we know you love that word. We know you love playing this sort of like identity politics and stuff like that. And it's like a treat for a dog. So while he's talking about Jews being victims, he has to throw in that to quell the mob or whatever, right? Unfortunately, his real dog never actually gets any treats. Kaya only gets shocked. Anyways, Asmon has responded. Asmon thinks Hasan is worried about his chat being ground zero for anti-Semitism.
This is the reason why Hasan is worried. It's because when 2 Israeli ambassadors were murdered by a terrorist, a Free Palestine terrorist, Hasan had to put his chat in emote-only mode whenever he was reading the murderer's manifesto. And it was so bad that even in emote-only mode, they were spamming hearts. These are his subscribers because it's his emote. He has it on.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So why is Hasan playing so innocent then? Like, this is what he wants. That's what he's like cheering for and praising. So why is he acting like he's an angel now? And that this wasn't what he was pushing. Like, that sounds crazy, bro. That sounds really wild. But, of course, him and his fans are delusional.
On emote only mode, and they're spamming his subscriber emote hearts about this person who had killed 2 Israeli, 2 Israeli diplomats. And it was even worse than this, because after that, that's when Twitch made the rules that you're not allowed to read shooter manifestos again. So Twitch, his chat was so bad that Twitch had to change the entire rules of the website.
Interesting. So, guys, you're telling me Hasan, the open terrorist supporter of multiple groups, actually has fans who also support terrorists who murder innocent civilians?
Yeah. And he'll sit there and call this nigga Luffy. He'll say that the dude he had an interview with a terrorist and called him Luffy from One Piece. That sounds so crazy. That sounds so insane. Nah, that's not Luffy, bro.
Shocking information. In fact, Kaya, what do you think about this? Look, she's shocked as well. Oh my god. How insane is that? And I just want you guys to think about it. Instead of banning Hasan or taking any action against him, besides giving him a 1-day ban on his vacation day or whatever, and sucking him off under the table like Dane Clancy, they decided to change the rules of the entire platform just because of Hasan. I mean, absolutely insane. And we all know at the end of the day, the rules don't even matter because whatever rules are written, Twitch doesn't even enforce it against people like Hasan, right? He's a rich scumbag that just sort of gets away with everything. In fact, he gets happy birthday messages from the Twitch staff while being one of the most heinous people on the platform. So that's why people just hate him,
Happy birthday, dear Hasan.
This is crazy.
Happy birthday to you.
So then Asmon talks about Hasan's chat being ground zero for anti-Semitism.
So the fact that he could still stream is insane. I agree. I don't know how. I don't know how, like, besides the fact that Dan Clancy butt buddies with him, like, I don't get it. Hasan and broke every damn terms of service you could ever think of.
So that's the reason why Hasan is getting worried about this, is because his chat is ground zero for supporting this stuff. If you don't believe me, watch the VOD. Just go and watch it. Hasan is worried about this because he's probably worried about getting in trouble for it, because his community is ground zero for like negative anti-Semitic things like this. And if anybody disagrees with me, watch his chat on the day that happened. Watch his chat with him reading the manifesto. That is undeniable. And I'm sure that he could come back and say, oh, but your chat said W Nazis, or something said Hitler was based. Here's the difference. The majority of those people were not my subscribers. They were just random viewers. And also, those people got banned. I wonder if the people in Hasan's chat got banned. That's the difference.
No, actually, it was turned into emote-only mode precisely so he wouldn't have to ban them. If he was actually serious about controlling anti-Semitism in his chat and, policing his community a little bit, moderating, then he would leave the chat as it is, and then the second he saw people typing that disgusting shit, he would permaban them. Instead, he knew it would look bad. In fact, he probably saw a couple messages, and he switched it to emote-only mode so that he can have plausible deniability and change the story. Oh, guys, actually, everybody's lying about it. They were spamming hearts for the victims, actually, do a classic case of Hasan Piker history revisionism when that's obviously not happened. We obviously know the truth. There's a bunch of delusional fucking terrorist supporters. Also, I just want to talk about the irony that Hasan complains to XQC and Ethan about not moderating their chats because they routinely talk shit about Hasan, right? Anyone would. And all this time, his chat is out here openly supporting terrorists. I mean, it's just absolutely disgusting, and I'm glad that more people are aware of this now. Hasan is obviously taken less seriously. Everybody just thinks of him as the dog shocker and the complete joke that he is. Thanks to the series, partly thanks to the series, more people are aware of his radical behavior and don't give him these platforms. So, but the job isn't done until he faces some real consequences, at least a Twitch ban, a real one, or perma ban. And, some consequences for advocating real world violence. I would think that's against the law. I wouldn't say Hasan is worried about his community being a hub for anti-Semitism. He's just worried it might cost him money or just reflect back.
100%. That's all he's worried about. Because, I'm pretty certain he broke some damn laws on there. I'm pretty damn certain. Hasan is horrible. He's said some of the most disgusting things. And yes, it's damn near been calls to action
on him or give him any consequences. His chat is filled with terrorist sympathizers and cheerleaders, whether that be domestic or foreign terrorism. They just want chaos so the world can be as effed up as their personal lives. Hasan is Frankenstein, and he has created a monster he cannot kill, but make no mistake, he's a sociopath. He only cares about losing his channel, not that he's breeding sociopaths or reading manifestos he knows the worst ones would like. Matter of time before the mask completely slips Hasan. Tick-tock. So then Ethan called out Hasan. Violence against Jews was famously non-existent before Israel existed, and he's linked this clip.
The danger that Jews face in the Western world would diminish if Israel didn't fucking exist in the ways that it does. If Israel was not a fucking apartheid state with a Jewish supremacist.
Peer responded, I don't like them, but Israel literally existed as a response to the dangers Jews face in the Western world. Right, so out of nowhere, Sneo comes in, responds after Hasan called him out.
Where Hasan is trying to cross-stream to Chinese Twitch, and then they immediately ban him because nobody likes him in China. Because there's no free speech. And although he's glazing communism so much and parading around Chairman Mao costumes at the age of 40 years old, he's like, I'm feeling very Chairman Mao today. Like, this is his existence is popping finasteride and then putting on a Chairman Mao outfit to go and glaze communism. Then he streams on the Chinese Twitch and they ban him. And he's like, oh, they didn't ban me. They just took it offline. They didn't ban me. They just took it off briefly. It's probably gonna.
Sneo is lighting his ass up. Shout outs to Sneo too, man. He's did a lot of growing. It's gonna sort itself out. That's what banning is. Idiot, man.
Yeah, so Sneo is calling you an idiot, and he's actually right. I mean, how far has Hasan fallen? Moving on to Asmon calling out Frogan. So apparently, she is still stealing content after being sued for copyright. You cannot make this shit up.
Now, is she doing reactions or is she just letting the video play? Right? And if you're letting the video play, for how long? Are you going and taking a, number two, you using the bathroom? Use the bathroom, just walk off? You want to go grab something.
Asmon called out Frogan for streaming 13 hours without being on screen and allegedly rebroadcasting shows while still asking for subs.
Wait, she's not even on the screen. You're not even on the screen.
That's crazy. In his TV show, she's playing TV shows and walking off. So she ain't even reacting to it. Wow.
Anywhere, you're just playing a video. Wait a minute. Okay, so never mind. I don't feel bad for her at all. So you streamed for 13 hours straight, and all you do is rebroadcast TV shows.
Okay. If that was my content, I could do that 24 hours. I swear I stream 20 hours a day. Just watch TV shows, nigga. No research, no giving no opinions. I'm just sitting there, just... Nigga, I throw a K-drama on right now. Nigga, what's up? What's good? We'll watch the whole Netflix watch list. Nigga, I watch everything I've been waiting for the time to finish. That's all she does, and she's asking for people to contribute to her? No. And then I was sitting here wondering, like, why she ain't got no content, right? You complain about money. You have a YouTube channel that's monetized. Put out videos, put out content. Let's go. Start entertaining your supporters. Nah. She can't even do that. The amount of editing that it would even take in order for her to put one video on it, it takes mad time. Especially if you're going to do network, right? And I've watched certain people do reactions to like network television shows. It's probably altogether 2 minutes of the TV show that's played. The video is like 40 minutes of commentary and edits. She's not doing that. So it's impossible for her to even be able to turn that into content. She could just do a reaction, but she doesn't actually have the skill to do a reaction. Like, see right now how I could pause and give my commentary. She can't do that. So she just watches it. Yeah, let me play the nasty song. That's nasty work right there. That's nasty work.
Yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name. You
lazy as hell.
And so, like, imagine this, right? She's laying in bed eating DoorDash, and then she comes back to her computer 8 hours later after the playlist is over. It's like, where's my money? Where's my money?
Nah, that's crazy.
Okay, first off, of course Frogan doesn't fit on the screen.
Play that sound one more time.
Where's my money? Where's my money?
Yeah, that's her. That's her.
Okay, first off, of course Frogan doesn't fit on the screen. She wouldn't fit. It would block the entire...
You said, what's her fund up to? Let's find out. Because I remember I tried to find her page, and the only thing I could find was her fund. I'm like, girl, this is why you broke. Put out content. I can't even find your content. She's raised $38,286. This is raised with 895 people donating. The latest donations have been as of the last 2 days. That's pretty disgusting. Yeah, this is a grift. Don't worry, I think Ethan Klein's gonna get all of that. He's gonna get all of that. That's why she can't pay rent. All of this is going to lawyer fees. She is not going to win. That's funny.
show that you're trying to
Oink,
watch,
oink.
right? Which is the only reason why anyone is watching. She barely fits in the Milky Way galaxy. In fact, she ate it because she thought it was a chocolate. But dude, honestly, how stupid can you be? You're literally getting sued for copyright and you decide to stream shows. I mean, unbelievable. Like, you don't even have the decency
Insane.
to be on screen. And how are you crying about no donations when you're not even making content? I mean, you're just stealing at this point. The lawsuit is so deserved.
She's not
And
even
I'm so sick of these
trying.
Twitch people because they've been freebooting all this time. There was that whole era where
The fact that she got any subs is crazy. That's probably just off of Hasan's name. And then she won a award for breakout streamer. How? She not doing nothing. Y'all gave her a breakout streamer award? My bad, this ain't cutting off my face. How y'all giving her a breakout streamer award and she's doing nothing?
a bunch of people were watching entire TV shows and streaming them live, which is just not allowed on YouTube, for example, because of copyright. But on Twitch, it's just allowed because you're allowed to commit crimes on that platform. You're allowed to just do the most weird, heinous, bending the rules type of shit.
Twitch will allow you to stream it, and then I think after the stream is done, everything that's copywritten will get taken out of the stream. Like almost instantly, if I'm not mistaken. Depending if they catch it.
It all the time, and nobody cares. I mean, at this point, Twitch is literally a platform for illegal activity.
So you like, she ain't even giving a good playback for her live stream. You ain't cutting in clips. Your playback is trash because your fans not even able to see and watch what the hell you do. Man.
Like every other day, a streamer is committing some sort of a crime, whether it be stealing essay or stuff like that. Now, remember last time we were wondering how Frogan is apparently broke, but she's still getting these $100 nails, and she's really bad at money management, right? She's got the expensive mic, expensive equipment,
So you
and she's affording her daily groceries.
Yeah, it's not jail. This is a money suit. Civil. So jail time's not risk. Her going broke and being homeless is what's at risk.
Bills, which obviously amounts to about $2 billion. Well, she responded. Basically, it started with this tweet. I saw some folks talking about the price of Frogan's nails, so here's an update. Twitch streamer Frogan spends either the following: $135 for a full set of nails with extensions and removal of the previous Gel X extensions, $120 for a full set of Gel X extensions, only if she comes in with no previous work on. You can possibly spend an additional $20 for nail art as well. These prices are specifically from her manicurist. This is also not including a tip, because of course you should tip your nail technician, as it's a polite thing to do. Here we got a screenshot: removal of old Gel X extensions and new Gel X, and then we got 135. 120, 20 plus. Y'all are just being racist when it comes to EBT people saying the poor should be able to get candy, chips, and soda, but when Twitch streamer Frogan is hurting for cash, she shouldn't have $130 nails. Oh, this is being sarcastic. There's too many like dumb people out here. It's really hard to tell nowadays. 120 bucks is an irrelevant amount of money in the context of six.
I was about to say, the chips and soda is food.
Figure lawsuit. Well, it still goes towards your debt, and you should probably save it anyways.
I got the best nail set of my life the other day. Look at them.
Yo,
Look.
I didn't even mean to be biting my nails. I'm so broke. I'm so just used to biting my nails. That's my manicure, pedicure. Well, no, I'm not doing that for my feet, but I'm biting my damn nails. As she's spending hundreds on nails, talking about how she can't pay rent. And what is the purpose of all of that? Like, yeah, that's a waste of money.
At them.
Unless you have it. If you have the money to do it, by all means.
And on top of how beautiful they are, they match my outfit today. Okay. Plaid on plaid.
I don't think you could wear that to a job interview. Just so you know.
You can't see shit. Plaid on plaid. Say hello to my son.
You said if it's TV shows, it's a different story, I think. I believe so.
The biggest cat in the world.
Right, Frogan responded, she does my nails for free because she's one of my very good friends, plus in exchange for content, hope this helps. What kind of content are you
lies she tells.
You giving her, Frogan? I'm really interested there. Like a couple of mukbang videos or what? Clock it! Suddenly tons of men are so passionate about nails, I can't. It's gotta be the men. It's always the misogynist guys. And even when I would pay for my nails, she would charge me her old prices because I've been going to her for years. This feels like if you wouldn't spend your money on avocado toast, you could buy a house. Why are we pretending that getting your nails done every 4 weeks is invalidating your struggle? Isn't this like the complete regard? Yeah, I've somehow avoided talking about this complete moron, but maybe one day.
Yeah.
Hope this helps. Anything but that. Come on, we're getting some collateral damage here. She does your nails to watch you eat and cry? Kind of like you being a
Yo, I seen somebody, they went to like streamer convention and they dressed up as a job application and it was running toward streamers and streamers were running away. I was like, do they know that this is hilarious? You running away from job application.
Hasan's mod for free. How's that working out?
Bro.
Okay, what about the lashes? Do you have a friend who provides that expensive service for free as well? In exchange for content, y'all really believe this shit? Just like a Zionist therapist story. Right, so people responding with question marks in this clip.
These are 120.
Ah, interesting, Frogan. I thought you got it for free.
For this, it's super cheap because they're so like intricate.
So as you see, and
Gotcha. Like Kanye. Gotcha. Porter. Why is she lying?
Asmon respond, both think Hasan should help out
like she
Frogan
breathes.
financially.
It's all good. Just wait for Hasan to redistribute the wealth, and you know, I mean, didn't he do like a whole skit with her? I mean, surely the means of production are better pay off. No, guys, the means of production. Surely she's gonna get her cut out of the video. She's on the video for that much. Means of production. It means that she should be getting a cut.
The thing that you're forgetting about Hasan is he's not a socialist. He's a champagne socialist. He only wants you to think that he cares about everybody.
Add that, maybe some royalties, no?
Yeah, Hasan should help Frogan. He should. That's the way it is. Like, I mean, we help our mom. We help people in our community all the time. So, like, I mean, I don't talk about it.
Yeah, if I was able to, I would fucking love to. What? If I was making the money that they were making, absolutely. Like, I would build the team within my mod group. Yes, absolutely. Right? Like, so I don't understand why he's not helping her. Yeah, I do think that's kind of crazy. If she's going so hard for you that she's getting sued, my nigga.
A lot, because if you do, then I feel like it's like, okay, well, it's like the cynical nature of like, oh, you're only doing this in order to like get people to like think that you're a good person. I don't talk about this a lot, right? That's why I'm not giving any examples or anything like that, but we do this. Obviously we do this. So offer to pay her rent. Offer to pay her rent if she wears a Trump hat. That's a good idea. I like that.
Dude, I really wonder, like, what extent of humiliation will they bear for this? I mean, Ethan already made one of them apologize, Casey Tron. I don't even know what's happening anymore. I thought that Frogan was going to settle with Ethan, but likely seems like that did not get through. Maybe she did not accept the terms. Maybe she asked for too much. Her lawyer asked for too much. But this is legitimately tragic, right? But great news for the population of Big Macs in the world who are being hunted down, and they became an endangered species because of Frogan. Just going around eating everything. The greatest predator has fallen. Now Big Macs can thrive and live once again. He could bankroll this girl's life for years and not even notice a difference in his account. She also literally does work for him as a mod and a propagandist. I wouldn't hold your breath. Trying to separate a communist to their money is difficult. Moving on to Pokimane and her midlife.
He could have easily started a podcast with all his orbiters, and that would have been able to generate enough income for them to survive. But Hasan don't give a damn.
Life crisis. She's posting gooner bait now as a nearly 30-year-old woman. Pokimane shares a life-changing idea about an everything shower, but someone else does it for you.
You know what I wish they would invent? An everything shower, but someone else does it to you. Like, I want you to wash every square inch of my body. Scalp, hair, blowout, thread, wax, shave, everything. And I come out like a new human being. But in there, I'm just letting it happen. Could somebody make that, please?
Yeah, she too old to be doing this. This is bait. She's trying to get the goons, trying to get them to try to what she started OF or something. What are you go play a video game, shorty? Ain't that what you do? Like, oh, get your game on. Like, what is she talking about? Oh, go do a stream. Hey, this sounds crazy.
Very lazy.
Okay, I'm sorry. You cannot tell me that she does not know what she's doing here. So it never crossed your mind once how this was going to be interpreted. The girl that is infamous for her delusional fucking tier 3 sims had no idea how this was going to be taken by the internet. I mean, you obviously know what you're doing. You're a 30-year-old gooner baiting on the internet.
And then she doing the breathy voice too, like, I wanna be rubbed. Why are you breathing so much, Pokimane? You don't get your ass on it and just make some content, nigga. And then that's probably what she's trying to roll out. That's a different type of content.
And this is obviously going to lead to more simps fantasizing about you in the shower like absolute weirdos. I mean, you're being the absolute weirdo here by inviting that on as well. And then later on, you know, in a couple weeks, a month or so, she'll complain about being sexualized. She'll complain about, oh, being a woman streamer is so hard. These people just care about my body and nobody cares about my actual personality, and the space for women is so hard. When you're posting shit like this, you're encouraging it on. Here's the facts of the matter. You literally make it worse for every other woman streamer actually legitimately trying to make it on the platform when you're posting these cringe ass gooner bait videos. I mean, for the love of God, can somebody tell me what is going on with her? First she says she hates the rich while being the rich. Then she defends Hasan in the shock collar saga, fires her own staff over it. Then she says she hates drama while starting a ton of drama with SEC and the others. Then she marries herself, buys an engagement ring for herself. Then she says she's going celibate.
That's some sad shit. That's sad. So she married herself? She married herself, bro? Karen alert. Oh my. It's Karen. She coming. Get your stuff. Get your stuff. That's nasty work.
And implying like her whole face.
That's desperate work.
Is over or whatever to, I guess, try and attract a partner at this.
My bad. We got to finish this whole phase.
This point, getting very desperate because of the clock meme ticking, but instead she's getting a bunch of loser Reddit mods in her DMs. Then she glazes China with the sun and the cheap labor like an obviously privileged rich person, literally having a midlife crisis. I mean, the amount of things I just listed there. Somebody get this girl a man before she loses her fucking mind. Holy shit. The ruthless businesswoman career path is just not working out here. Pure responding, she's the top gooner baiter. Way too many dudes will kill to do this. Speak for yourself, pal. Do not fret, Pokimane. I literally just invented this and I'm willing to test my product and service on you for free. In fact, I'll literally pay you to let me do this, please. Yeah, buddy, don't let your parents found your account. Now click this video.
That's what she wants, though. She wants people to react like that. That's like the ultimate narcissist move. Crazy. Yeah, nah, it's wild. It's why I was like, I just want someone to rub my body. Yeah, nah. That's nuts. How old is Pokimane? She gotta be pushing 40. Gotta be pushing 40, son. And I bet she posted that on TikTok. Nah. She's 29. Still too old to be doing that. She didn't look. She sure enough did post it on TikTok. Do content, shorty. Then you live stream. I almost kind of respected the aspect that you were one of the female streamers that were actually trying to put in work. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think we could take the business element away from you. But now when I'm seeing this, it's like, oh, okay, so that's what it's built on now. Selling ass. Metaphorically in a video game. That's what it's built on. Okay. All right. That's crazy. I ain't buying nothing she's selling. I ain't buying them cookies, none of that. I'm cool. I'm good on that. There you go.